हेलो एवरीवन, आई एम ज्योति झा एंड वेलकम टू एनसीईआरटी द माइंड। तो आज हम लोग पढ़ेंगे अरिहंत वर्कबुक क्लास 6 इंग्लिश, जिसमें कि आज हम पढ़ने वाले हैं चैप्टर 5 ए डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ स्कूल। तो चलिए पढ़ना स्टार्ट करते हैं। आप भी अपना वर्कबुक निकालिए और मेरे साथ साथ बनाना स्टार्ट कीजिए। और अगर आपके पास वर्कबुक नहीं है तो लिंक मैंने डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में डाल दिया है, आप वहाँ जाके इसे खरीद सकते हैं। तो चलिए पढ़ना स्टार्ट करते हैं। चैप्टर 5 है ए डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ स्कूल। ठीक है, वेरी शॉर्ट आंसर टाइप क्वेश्चंस। वाई डिड द ऑथर वांट टू विजिट मिस बीम्स स्कूल? ही हैड heard a lot of good things. Whom did the author first see when he entered Miss Beam's school? A blind girl. What did the young boy do when the bandaged girl stopped? The young boy helped the girl. What were the 5 days that each child of Miss Beam's school had in each term? One blind day, one lame day, one deaf day, one injured day, and one dumb day. Why did Miss Beam take the visitor to a bandaged girl? So that the girl can tell about her feelings to the visitor. What was the gardener's name and what was he doing? The name of the gardener was Peter and he was tying up rosin. Short answer type questions. Which skills and values did the school seek to inculcate in children? Sensitive and good citizen, kindness and responsibility. Why was the author upset when he looked at the playground through the window? He thought the children were not so healthy and did not look active. How did Miss Beam make the children in her school appreciate and understand misfortune? By make children to share misfortune too. What happens with a child during her blind day? Their eyes are bandaged absolutely, and a child will help him throughout the day. Why did some children feel that the dumb day was the most difficult of all? The children's mouths could not be bandaged, so they really had to control and not to speak. How did the girl explain the lame day and injured day? The girl considered the lame day and injured day as funny and interesting. Why did the bandaged girl feel that it was awful to be blind? She was afraid of being hurt. Who were the two girls that the author and the blind girl came across? Two girls were there with crutches. Long answer type questions. How was Miss Beam's school different from the rest of the schools? It was very different from other schools because the children were taught how to spell words, do sum and write. The teacher taught to them interesting lessons. What was the real aim of the school? What did Miss Beam do to achieve it? The real aim of the school was to train children to be kind to others and become responsible citizens. Miss Beam conduct special days to achieve it. The author discovered two things by the end of the story. A different kind of school. What were they? What led to the discovery? The author had become 10 times more thoughtful after getting the first hand experience of the school. Miss Beam incorporated incorporated a well thought out method to inculcate certain value in her students. Do you think her method is relevant and useful? Why or why not? तो ये आपको भी क्यों है, ठीक है. तो ये आपको खुद बनाना है. एक्सट्रैक्ट बेस्ट क्वेश्चंस. Direction. Read the following passage carefully and answer the questions that follow. Miss Veem was all that I had expected. Middle-aged, full of authority, yet kindly and understanding. Her hair was beginning to turn grey, and she had the kind of plump figure that is likely to be comforting to a homesick child. I asked her some questions about her teaching methods, which I had heard were simple, no more than is needed to help them to learn how to do things simple: spelling, adding, subtracting, multiplying, and writing. The rest is done by reading to them and by interesting talks, during which they have to sit still and keep their hands quiet. There are practically no other lessons. Who is the middle-aged lady described in the passage? Miss Veem. Write a character sketch of Miss Veem. Miss Veem was a middle-aged, full of authority, kindly and understanding woman. What were the teaching methods that Miss Veem used in her school? Teaching the children spelling, addition, subtractions, multiplication and writing. Which of the following is not a lesson that Miss Veem school imparted to children? Painting. Which of the following is closest in meaning to the word homesick? Longing for one's home. This is a very important part of our system to make our children appreciate and understand misfortune. We make them share in misfortune too. Each term, every child has one blind day, one lame day, one deaf day, one injured day, and one dumb day. During the blind day, their eyes are bandaged absolutely, and they are on their honor not to peep. The bandage is put on overnight, so they wake blind. This means that they need help with everything. Other children are given the duty of helping them and leading them about. They all learn so much this way, both the blind and the helpers. There is no misery about it. Miss Weems continued. Everyone is very kind and it is really something of a game. Before the day is over, though even the most thoughtless child realize what misfortune is. What was the purpose of the special days that the school has in each term? To teach thoughtfulness and kindness to other people. Why does Miss Veem call it a sort of game? This was like a game that they had to play, and this formed a training. What kind of activities did the children get involved in one such days? One blind day, one lame day, one deaf day, one injured day, and one dumb day. Choose the option which is closest in meaning to the underlined phrases in the sentences given below. During the Blind day, their eyes are bandaged absolutely and they are won their honor not to peep. Have promised. Which of the following is a synonym of misery? Suffering. Fill in the blanks. The author had heard that Miss Beam used simple teaching method in her school. The bandaged girl felt that those students who had already been blind were the best helpers. Millie was wearing a blue cotton skirt and a pink blouse. By the end of the visit, the author was 10 times more thoughtful than before. True or false? Miss Beam was authoritative yet kindly and understanding. True. The visitor felt very happy to lead the girl with a bandage over her eyes. True. The bandaged girl felt that the lame day was more difficult than the blind day. False. Miss Beam was completely different from what the visitor had expected her to be. False. Imagination based questions. You recently hit your left foot against something. As a result, your foot got hurt and you are unable to walk properly. You now have to hop about on one leg. You feel very helpless about your condition. Describe your experience in the following lines. ये आपको खुद ही लिखना है कि रिसेंटली क्या हुआ, आपका एक पैर जो है ना डैमेज हो गया है, ठीक है, आप चलने में अनेबल हैं, ठीक है, चल नहीं पा रहे हैं और आप इस कंडीशन में बिल्कुल अपने आप को बिल्कुल हेल्पलेस फील कर रहे हैं, ठीक है। तो आपको आपका क्या एक्सपीरियंस है तो वो आप लिखेंगे, ठीक है। While coming back from school yesterday, you met a blind man on the road. You helped him cross the road and walked with him to the nearest bus stop. On the way, he told you a lot of things about himself. It made you realize how difficult it is to be blind. Write a small paragraph about your experience. तो ये भी आपको खुद लिखना है। तो क्या लिखना है कि जैसे कि कल आप स्कूल से आ रहे थे और रास्ते में आपको कोई जो है ना एक ब्लाइंड मैन मिल जाता है जो कि रोड क्रॉस कर रहा होता है, तो आप उसका हेल्प करते हैं रोड क्रॉस कराने में और उसी बीच यानी रोड क्रॉस कराते हैं और उससे आप नज़दीकी बस स्टॉप में पहुंचा देते हैं, ठीक है। तो फिर क्या होता है, उसी बीच बहुत सारी बातें होती है, वो अपना जो ब्लाइंड रहता है वो तो अपना फीलिंग बताता है आपको। तो ये सारी चीज़ सुन के आपको कैसा रियलाइज़ होता है, कैसा सोचते हैं, तो ये आप एक शॉर्ट पैराग्राफ लिखेंगे, ठीक है। तो ये आपको खुद बनाना है। तो आपका वर्कबुक कंप्लीट हो चुका है। कैसा लगा पढ़ के मुझे ज़रूर बताइए। अच्छा लगा हो मेरा पढ़ाना तो मेरे चैनल NCERT द माइंड को लाइक सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और पास में दिए गए बेल आइकन को ज़रूर प्रेस कर दीजिए ताकि NCERT से रिलेटेड हर वीडियोज़ आपके पास समय से पहुंचती रहे। मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए बाय, टेक केयर, थैंक्स टू वॉच माय वीडियो।